Hello and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, let's talk summer planning. Now, if you have been around very long, then you likely know that we are year-round homeschoolers, which means that we school year-round, take breaks as needed, and then we get all of our days, and when we have met our certain amount of days, we officially start the next year. Now, this is the end of May here, and we are on vacation. Now, when we get back from vacation, we will actually have, I want to say, like 17 official counting days left, something like that, 15, 17 days of finishing up fourth grade before we can officially move on to fifth grade. So by doing that, we will continue to go through the summer doing some school, but it is very, very minimal, and it's slightly different than the rest of the year. And so I thought I would just go over that with you. I do have some other summer planning videos that I will try to link down below, so be sure and check out, or you could always go check out my channel page and type in summer planning or something like that. So I thought I would show you what I'm planning to do for this year, and so I will continue to keep this planner right here until I move over into officially starting the fifth grade. So this continues on through our summer school session until we meet those numbers and we begin counting for fifth grade. If you haven't seen what I'm using for my next planner, I'll put that here or down in the description below. I have already set myself up for when we get back from vacation by just quickly jotting down our daily things that I want to continue throughout the summer, and then where we will be jumping in for our math, things like that. So the things that I am thinking that we're going to be doing for sure is we are going to continue on with our math. So we are in Dimensions Math. We will be starting chapter 15, we will be starting in with chapter 15, which is angles. Then we have a few days of angles before we move on to the next chapter, which would be lines and shapes. Then we have, I believe, one more chapter here. Let's take a look. Yes, our last chapter is properties of cuboids. So that is what I'm planning to finish that out. Now, if we finish this up before our 15, 17 days, which is quite likely, knowing what we are covering there, we may be able to go through it a little bit quicker. If we finish all of those up, we will likely take a little math break before we jump into the next deal of dimensions. Spoiler, we're using dimensions again next year. But what we may do is play math games online, math board games, multiplication practice races, things like that. We may take a couple of weeks depending on where this stops and where our numbered days stop, if that makes sense. So that is our plan. We will continue on with math. For language arts, now lots and lots and lots of reading. That is, since I'm taking away other things, I want to see lots of time spent reading. So I really want to see that reading bump up some during the summertime. We're actually going to be using a little summer program thing as an incentive. But besides the reading, we are going to continue with our IEW structure and style, but I am going to go much slower with this, and I'm going to rotate it. So we might do 1 week of structure and style, and I mentioned that we'll probably do school 3 days a week. And if that is the case, we may actually do one lesson for 2 weeks, and then we will take a break and do something else for 2 weeks. And during that time, I thought we could go into some of the resources that I have left. So I really like the sentence construction that I got from Teachers Pay Teachers. I have a whole video on a lot of the things that I found from Teachers Pay Teachers down in the description. I'll try to put that down there. Sentence construction, I love this. It's easily done in 3 days, even though it's a 5-day setup. It's easily done in 3 days. I was thinking I could do this. We actually didn't ever finish up our rover study. We could do that and wrap up the last few little units with that. And then we also have the writing revolution that we could do a little bit of work with because, but, so, except, all those sort of things. So that's what I'm planning to do, is kind of spice up the writing a little bit, where we're not just continuing IEW for the whole summer. We kind of do it, we do a big paper, and then we take a break with some of this lighter work. That's my plan with that. A few other fun things that we will be doing over the summer. She really enjoys this. It is Let's Draw a Story. And how this works is there is a story in this book and it shows you how to like draw different things. And then on the next page, they are lightly done there and they trace them. And there's different prompts where they fill things in and stuff like that. So it's kind of drawing, kind of writing at the same time. So that is another one that I'm sure she will want to do a lot this summer. We will be continuing with our phonetic zoo. I'm not sure if we will do this every week or if we will do like 3 days we'll do it and then take a week off, or if we'll do it for like 2 days and then 2 days. I'm not sure how we'll do it. I'm not gonna hit it really, really hard, I don't think, but we will likely do it maybe once a week. Depending on how that works for sure. But we are going to continue with our phonetic zoo. And what's kind of weird this year is I brought so many new things in over the year that we're just continuing on with a lot of stuff. I feel like sometimes I'll have this big like curriculum reveal, but honestly, you guys have seen a lot of our stuff, which I will still do a 5th grade video. So it's all there and you know what we're going to be using, but a lot of it is really going to be carrying over. Now we are on week 17 of Fix It Grammar, and this is another one that we will continue to do. Now, right now we're doing one a week. But what I think I'm going to do, well, we actually didn't finish this week right here, but that's okay. What I'm thinking we're going to do is just do 1 or 2, probably 2 a week, and we'll just keep going. No, we're not going to be finishing up a week every week, but that's okay. We're kind of progressing, and that's what I'm after over the summer. I want to keep lower workloads, but still keep everything kind of fresh, because I don't want to just stop this and then her have to kind of go back and review these things and relearn them. Let's just keep going with them, but we can do it by only doing it 1 or 2 times a week, and that will keep those things kind of fresh. And so I'm thinking likely 2 times a week we'll be hitting Fix It Grammar, and we'll just continue to go through there. Word roots is another one that I will kind of rotate in and out throughout the summer. This is another one that's super easy to do over a 3-day period. Most of the time it is 3 activities. So you can see lesson 18 is activity A, activity B, and then I'm sure activity C. This one actually has a D. They don't all have a D. Oh, you see we have a review there too. So let's go back and look at one of the other ones. So this is A, B, C, and then you went to the other one. A lot of them are only 3 days. Again, we can easily do that, or I can roll it over into the next week. I'm not really feeling too pressured to get 1 lesson done every single week anymore during the summer. We'll continue with our cursive. She's really quite close to getting this done. So I don't know that we'll finish it over the summer, but it will be really close. And I haven't exactly decided what I'm doing for cursive yet. So that one actually will be a little bit of a reveal because I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. For our like elective-y things, I'm really thinking I'm going to kind of separate those, and what we will do is we will finish up our plants unit, and then if she wants to, we will start our next history unit, but I'm not gonna have both going unless she just asks me to, because I think with keeping it low-key, it would just be easier to do 1 unit, finish that up, and then go to the next one. Or we may just spend the whole summer on plants, which is fine too. And come September, we will start back with our history unit. So we've wrapped up the American Revolution. We could even continue to dabble in that a little bit if she wants to, because there's like Liberty Kids on YouTube, just to kind of keep things fresh as we move into that next period of time. But that is kind of what I'm thinking of doing, is plant study, finish it out, either take a break and wait until September, or go ahead and go to history. Again, we'll just kind of see how the summer goes. I also want to continue with our 50 states. Now, if you've seen this before, you may know. If not, how this works is each state has 2 lessons. So for instance, we have North Carolina here. We have 1 lesson for that where it's kind of telling you all about North Carolina. And then we have a second lesson for that where you are getting a song and a story about North Carolina. There's also little like activities if you want to do them. We've really been omitting most of the activities and the activity book, things like that. But again, easily done in a week. I don't know that I will do this every single week, but I would like to do it maybe every other week. That way we continue to progress through here. I would prefer not to drag this out super long, so I would like to hit it at least every other week so that we are continuing to progress through this curriculum here. As far as like outings, we're gonna have a ton of them. We have all sorts of like camps that we're signed up to go to, different fun things. We are going to continue our Bible studies, our musical instruments. She's going to continue violin lessons throughout the summer. She has horse lessons throughout the summer. She will continue piano lessons throughout the summer, basketball lessons throughout the summer. So we will continue to stay very busy on top of just enjoying summer. And that is why I don't want to bog down with a bunch of curriculum. I want to keep it really easy that we can get done in just a few hours of a morning, and we've got the whole rest of the day to do whatever. Multiplication practice, things like that. I already mentioned that. We'll kind of pull those in, things like that, after we finish our dimensions. If we finish dimensions, however that may work, which we actually do multiplication practice every day before we start dimensions, just to kind of like fire up the brain a little bit. And then typing, that's something I want her to continue to do because she's getting quite good with her speed and her finger placement. So I don't really want to mess that up too much. So I had already set this up a couple weeks ago, just as I was brainstorming. I had put history and geography here, but likely I'm not going to be doing that when we get back. I think I am just going to move to the plans and stick with one unit. That helps keep everything very simplistic. So I like continuing to school all year long, but I also like having a much more relaxed summertime than the rest of the year. It's beautiful weather. We want to get out. We want to enjoy it. We have public school friends that are out and about. We want to go do things with them. And so by just really keying in and doing just a few things, no extra fluff, which I've already been working on taking that kind of stuff out. It's funny how easy those sort of things can sneak in. But yes, we'll keep the things that are really important going. Don't want to have to review, I just want to keep everything progressing forward. And I think this is a great way to do it. It's been pretty successful in the past, continuing to do things this way. And I think that it will work again this year. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Be sure and check out the description if I mentioned any videos, or maybe I think of something else I'll put in there. But thank you for spending some time with me today. Consider giving me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.